Hey guys, welcome to David vs. Film. I am David, yo soy David, and tonight I am watching more Graham Norton. A big hey, hi, and hello to all of you, but to returning viewers, and especially returning subscribers, what's up? I was just thinking that it had been a little while since I'd watched some Graham Norton, and right about then, one of my YouTube friends reached out, Zeb Adams, and he wrote something like, David, you should watch more Graham Norton, especially Olivia Colman. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gist of it, and I could not agree more. So, tonight we're going to do a twofer. I'm going to put this out on Tuesday, so it'll be a twofer Tuesday, and we're going to do some Try Not to Laugh, that series, part 6, that I've been doing on the channel, and I'll put links to that up here if you haven't seen those. But I'm also going to do a little bonus Olivia Colman content, because if any of you know me for a minute, you know that I love me some Olivia Colman. She is... I mean, there's no words. I just love her. So I thought that would be the appropriate thing to do. We're going to start off with the Try Not to Laugh series first, and then we're going to pivot over to the Olivia Colman. I'm so glad you are here. This is going to be the full-length reaction because good old Graham Norton allows me to do so, but if you want to see the full unedited versions of other reactions on the channel, you can find that over on Patreon. Patreon.com/David vs. Film. We have Discord benefits over there where we talk about this show, Graham Norton, and other stuff on the channel as well. We have poll voting to figure out what kind of movies we're going to watch next and shows we're going to watch next, so please check that out if you would like. I always appreciate you watching here on YouTube. I simply ask you to consider giving the channel a subscribe if you feel like it. A like is always appreciated, and for sure leave those amazing comments like you always do, because it's how I get to know you guys and learn more about the shows that we watch. So without further ado, we can jump on in. I am watching this obviously on YouTube, and we can get going here in 3, 2, click.
Because the last time...
it already starts off good, my boy Greg Davis.
And Anthony and Greg, they did a boxing challenge. Ooh. And in a bit of a shock result, Anthony won.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird that a heavyweight champion of the world would beat a biscuit-eating comedian?
I love him so much.
He should have both his arms tied behind his back.
Now, so this time, we've got another challenge. The last time it was, you know those boxing things, and you hit the boxing thing. So that's what we did the last time. Yeah. This time, we've gone for one of those funfair test of strength machines. Okay, so if you'd like to bring in the machine, here it is.
Oh, Lord. This is my worst fear, by the way, any kind of, like, feats of strength.
Come down now to our test of strength.
Especially against...
Now, the two of you are going to stand in front. You're going to have a bit of a face-off in front of it.
Okay.
Okay, we're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
We're taking it seriously. And it is of strength, but I believe technique plays a huge part in this.
How tall are you?
So, oh, look! Oh!
They're both tall.
We're taller. We're taller. Now. Okay, and now...
Maybe I'll be turning up.
To get us in the mood, Ken Branagh's going to give us just a little bit of form before we do this. Okay, you do your face-off. Do your face-off. Come on. Okay, off you go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on the left, they call him the Postman because he always delivers. It's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua!
He's pretty good, in other words.
And on the right, they call him...
How's he looking at?
I'd be cracking up, too.
They call him the Courier.
The Courier.
Because he sometimes delivers. Unless he gets stuck in traffic. Yes, it is Greg Mountain Davis!
So are you going to hit that? Is it the thing where you do the hammer?
It's going to be heavier. Okay. Okay, you go first. You go first. Mind the cameras. Here we go. It's not golf.
Whoa! Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Look at Judy Dench loving it. I love her, by the way.
You go now. You missed it. I know, I saw that.
So really, it doesn't matter training yet. It doesn't matter how hard I hit, does it?
Well, you might miss it as well.
Like that.
Go. Try. Go on. Hit the bell. Go on.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Good job, my boy, Greg.
You want to go? Go on, Judy. Have a go. Go on. Come on.
Get the dame up there. Get in there, Judy.
Yes.
Grab a hand.
Oh, wait, careful. No, there's more. Go this way. Go this way.
Yes, walk this way. Walk this way.
Okay, here we go. Anthony, why don't you help Judy?
Yes.
You help Judy.
I don't think...
Actually, no, maybe Greg should help you. Yeah.
You can help it. Yeah, Greg.
Okay, here we go.
What are you doing tonight? Just handing a hammer to Dame Judi Dench?
Exactly.
Come on.
Left-handed or right-handed?
Judy Dench for the bell. Judy Dench for the bell.
Very happy.
Are you left-handed or
No,
right-handed?
I would stand very close. I'd say you're about there.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Are we right?
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yay!
Beautifully done.
Good job, Jude.
It was better than him. Well done, everybody. Come on.
That's awesome.
Look at you. 50 Shades Darker.
That's
Actually,
awesome. So I have to interrupt quickly for a shameless plug. I'm watching Taskmaster. I'm about to start series/season 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow from when you're watching this video anyway. So please check that out because I love Greg Davis and I am thoroughly enjoying that show. So great.
It's darker. It's more romantic, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's probably true, yeah. Yes, but there's probably more sex in it, which...
Sucks in it.
More sex? Jamie doesn't speak.
No. I make noises. I make, like, American accented noises throughout. No,
That's actually a question, though. Do they let you do that? I mean, like, when you're doing the scenes, does the director say more vocalization? Or do they say less?
There's often some... there's often some...
It's like, and they're like, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
No one comes like that.
Keanu does. See, it's like he's Freudian slip there, right?
No, but like, wait.
Man.
There's some scenes where they will play music, maybe a bit of... If it's a wide shot and it's not like... So it's the closest we get to sort of going for it in one piece. And they'll play music or something. And my temptation is always just to try to make the cuddle laugh. So sometimes
seems like
I will do things like when there's a moment where I'm meant to, orgasm, I'll be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
See, people do that.
Wait. By the way, if they don't, they should. Because it's like a Ryanair flight. When a Ryanair flight lands, it goes,
Oh, my God. That is hilarious. So my thing is with Jamie Dornan, I've seen him on the show before, and I've told you guys if you watch videos that I fell in love with him in Once Upon a Time. Thought he was so great. I think he's such a gentleman in real life from what I've seen anyway in these interviews. So polite. Keanu Reeves and I go way back. Obviously, I think the world of him, as does I think everyone in the world. It's like Dolly Parton and Keanu Reeves are two of the purest, just most wonderful people. And of course, Whoopi on there as well. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The sofas that Graham Norton puts together are unparalleled. They're just always such great people.
You'll say it backwards. Supercalifragilistic.
Yes.
I can't say
Do you want to hear it?
If you can.
I love all these
I can.
people.
What do you mean if I can? said Mary Poppins snippily. Docious ali expiastic fragicali rupus.
Because Jonah, what's that? Because I'm pretty thick, but I've never understood the thing that Morgan Freeman said to you, that...
Oh, so this was about 10 years ago, I did a film with Morgan Freeman. It was a really small film, and the first 10 pages or 10 minutes of the film are us two just driving together in a car and talking. And it took 3 days to shoot. And he didn't talk to me the entire time, like in between takes, right? Because he had so much dialogue, I learned later, right?
Okay.
So he was just, so in between we wouldn't really chat, but we were in the car together for 3 days. And then at the end of the third day, he just turns to me and he goes, Jonah, Jonah, Babona, Banana, Fana, Fofona, Me, Ma, Momona, Jonah. That's it. And then it was like super uncomfortable. I didn't know what to say.
I wouldn't know what to say either.
One of the weird moments of my life, And I just didn't know what to say, so I just said, thank you. And then he said, it was quiet again, and then he said, do me. do my name. And I was like, do your name? And he's like, yeah, do my name. And I was like, Morgan, Bo Borgan, me, my Mo Morgan. And he went, all right. And then we never spoke again.
The other thing that links our characters, everyone started very young. Now, Ben, the last time you were here, we enjoyed very much your early work on Voyage of the Mimi.
Yes.
We're not going to show any more, but do Google it, because it is worth
Oh, my God.
Look at that slide.
I've seen Ben Affleck young, but that's young.
He got cooking.
That is very good listening face. Very good interested listening face. Yeah. Tell me more.
That is.
No, seriously, you really need to Google it. And Sienna, you started... Was it modelling you started? You were quite young when you started modelling.
I was just short, and so... yes, but not, like, proper. Not like that either. No, I just...
What's improper?
Oh, just real quick, I want to interrupt. Sorry. I try not to interrupt. I know we have a very checkered past, you and I, and this. With whether I should jump in, talk over. I know I'll never get it right. But I do want to jump in quickly because what do we think about Sienna Miller these days? I always liked her because one of my favorite movies is Stardust, and she's great in that, as is everyone in that movie. Is so good, I feel like. But I always feel like she's got some kind of controversy in her personal life, which I try not to like judge against anyone. And so it's not that kind of thing. I'm just curious because I'm eager to hear what you guys think of her. I mean, I always think she's okay, but I know she's had some stuff going on, right?
Yeah, should we just draw a veil?
I did a bit, yeah.
Yes. And then, Emma, you did some extraordinary work as a child actor. I mean,
Well, we all
take
live in
this,
Stone, right?
Meryl Streep.
Oh,
Look at that.
What is that?
That is genius. Is that prosthetics?
That's amazing.
That's the Princess and the Pea. I did a kind of Edgar G. Robinson thing where I was like, kind of a mirror, see?
It's genius.
That's
It's
it.
genius.
Thank you.
But tonight, with La La Land in mind, we're going to focus on the early dancing career of Mr. Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
That makes sense, yeah. Now,
Makes sense that the only video you have tonight is... is this.
Right.
So the dance troupe you were in, can you tell us about... Because apparently, young dancers, they can be quite vicious.
It's a cutthroat business. I had to get out. I was on some kind of Canadian Star Search, and I somehow made it to the finals. And my main competition were these two twins who were tap dancers, and they were dancing to Phil Collins' Two Hearts. Cool. And they had big heart-shaped bows, and they were just, they were the ones to beat. So I remember, you know, wishing them luck and going on stage, and I was getting ready to start. I was dancing the Everybody Dance Now by CNC Music Factory, of course.
Good one.
And I'm getting ready to start, which is This Is How You Started. A winning dance number, if you want to know.
Get out of your hands, way. Go ahead, go up.
And I look up into the just off stage, and the two twins are standing there like the twins from The Shining. And they're just going like this. And I was like, all right, this means war. So I just shimmied my way all the way to that trophy, to that tiny little trophy.
No, because I was going. Is this the same troupe? I was going to say it's an all-girl troupe, but obviously it's not. You're in it,
right?
But you are.
Thank you.
But you are the only boy in it.
Yeah, that was the.
Was that the?
That was the point.
That was the gimmick.
They let me dance there for free because I was a guy. Because if you had a guy, you would win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you ready to see the dance stylings? I believe you're dancing to Kathy Dennis's classic "Touch Me." Did the troupe have a name, Ryan?
It was Elite Dance Studio.
And how old are you in this one?
Old enough to know better.
Excellent response. Very good. Stupid video. Well, we'll take this opportunity while it's doing that to tell you guys, I think the world of Ryan Gosling. I'm so thrilled so far with all the guests that have been on this panel. I think they are all fantastic. But obviously, included those pants and the gyrations. Oh my God. That's a star right there. That's a star right there.
Serious moves.
I wish I could say someone said, here, you have to wear this. But that was my idea. I thought, I have a vision for this number. It's purple and silver hammer pants.
They are the silver hammer pants are.
I don't think we gave them enough of a shot. We gave up with hammer, but I think we should have kept them going. No?
He is the best, and thank you guys for hanging in there with the glitchy video. It's just, you know the old saying, we make plans and God laughs, right? So it's every time I try to sit down and do something, I feel like something goes wrong. But yeah, we're going to pivot over to my girl OC, Olivia Colman. But I just want to say quickly about this Try Not to Laugh series. I am so grateful to the Graham Norton folks that have put these together and that they let me put this on here with my commentary and they don't have any kind of problems with it. I think that's wonderful because I got to say, if you don't know Graham Norton going into this, which I knew him, but I didn't know a lot about his shows, hadn't seen much of it. And obviously, if you've seen previous videos, you know that I became an instant fan of his. And that has spawned so many other reactions on the channel, namely Greg Davis' Taskmaster. But it was from this video series that I was able to get the comments from you guys, thank you, by the way, saying you need to watch this, Would I Lie to You, which I'm still trying to hammer out, speaking of copyright, how to do those videos without violating that. But I also want to see 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, I think is officially what it's called. Because, I'm getting to where I love so many of the guests here on Graham Norton, and that is really where I become introduced to these folks, and then I see them pop up on the shows. Loving it as always. This one was fun. They go by too fast. This one was a little bit shorter, only 12 minutes. That's also why I kind of decided to put in the Olivia Colman. So I'm going to reset things on this end, make sure my internet is better and running. So again, thank you for hanging in there with that. And then we'll get going with Olivia Colman on the other side of this. If you and I are just getting to know one another, hi, so glad to meet you. Then you probably don't know that I already love Olivia Colman so much. And seeing her in clips of interviews just makes me love her even more. I first got to know her in the show Beautiful People. And then I remember seeing her in a few other things, but I really noticed her in The Crown when she did her turn as Queen Elizabeth. Loved her in The Favorite. And then I watched her in Broadchurch. I did not know she was in that. I honestly just checked it out because I knew David Tennant from watching the American version, Grace Point. Obviously, the Broadchurch version was better. And then that just made me also further love her even more. So anyway, I love, though, watching her interviews because you see a different side of her, obviously, than you do in her film roles. And you realize that she's just a pretty cool person. And she's so down to earth. And she's just so, I don't know, just grateful and I just get so much gratitude from her, and I think that's so refreshing from super celebrities, especially when they're Academy Award winners and have all the fame and all the attention and all the glory, so to speak. It just renews my faith in humanity, basically, when I see people that don't have to be kind being kind. So anyway, all that to say, love Olivia Colman. Cannot wait to see this. Now I will say before we start this one. When I do the Try Not to Laugh series and watch those compilation videos put out by the Graham Norton folks, I know that there probably won't be a lot of overlap. So I've seen some Red Chair and I've seen some iconic women, I think. So the point is there might be some overlap here of some clips I've already seen. But like I said in one video where that was also the case, is it ever too much to watch any of these clips over and over? They're all so great. So hopefully these are some new ones I haven't seen. This is for you, Zeb. Like I said earlier in the intro, if you missed it, my online friend Zeb Adams was saying that I need to watch these, especially Olivia Colman. So this is for you, buddy. This is for both of us and all of us who love Olivia Colman.
So Emma Stone had to finger me.
Automatically, great start.
To sort of avoid finding anything that you shouldn't have found, because it's sort of under the sheets like that. And she said, I'm a little bit worried about it. Don't worry, I know. So I asked makeup department if they had a sponge. And so I put a sponge there. I said, it's all right, there's a barrier, you'll be fine.
Finger sponge.
It was a big, wet sponge. So...
You made up this story afterwards.
No. Her face was a picture. She was going up my leg and she went... Oh, my it's a sponge, it's a sponge. She was...
Look at Keira Knightley.
Because Olivia,
Oh my
now, as
God,
an
that's
actress,
great.
where do you stand on the whole kit-off thing?
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not take your shirt off, you mean?
Yes.
That's a totally respectable choice. In fact, it might be the respectable choice.
Those days have long gone.
Early on, didn't you? What was the audition where you went? You had to you dressed all sexy.
Oh, yes, that was... Yeah.
See?
It was very early on, so maybe my third or fourth ever audition. And I was going to see a really well-known, well-respected theatre casting director, and I was so excited. And I had this script sent through, and the character was quite a raunchy hooker. So I bought some fishnets.
I think I've seen this clip.
I had a top as low as I dared and a short skirt, and I wore a big duffel on the way there. And when I got there, I took it off. And she sort of looked at me, and then I was thinking, well, that wasn't the reaction I was hoping for. And then she was saying, so what did you think about the character of Matilda or something? And I was thinking, I don't think that was the character I was looking at, Dan. And this awful sort of half an hour of sort of trying to pretend that I knew what she was talking about. And then she realised I hadn't got the same script that she had and passed over the real script, which was about nuns.
Right. Yeah, I think I've heard that one. So just quickly, I want to jump in and say that, you know, like I was mentioning a moment ago, the sofas he puts together are amazing, but that is exactly what I'm talking about. Idris Elba, Lena Dunham, and then Olivia Colman. What a bizarre trio of people, all amazing in their own way. Lena Dunham is crazier than a shithouse rat. I'll just say that right now. I love her. Don't get me wrong. I love all these people, as usually is the case anyway. But she's nuts, and I just it's in a way that is so humorous and entertaining. I don't mind it. But anyway, but talking about Olivia Colman, that is exactly what I'm talking about right there. Both of those stories side by side, the sponge story, and then that about going in with the wrong pages and how she presented herself. She just delivers the anecdotes with such humility that you feel like this is just not a nobody, but like a new actor or a new actress who isn't holding anything back. Because I always use Aniston, okay, as an example, and Julie Roberts for sure. If you watch old interviews with them, in the beginning, they're so bubbly, they're so friendly, they're so nice, it's all wonderful. Aren't we living the dream? And then after years of stories and being talked about and having their words twisted and their privacy invaded, it's like, you know, trying to like get, you know, blood out of a turnip to get them to give any details. They're very closed off, very walled off, and very cynical. And again, I don't blame them. And honestly, watching them on Graham Norton is when they seem to be the most relaxed, as does pretty much all of his guests that I've seen. But Olivia Colman just has that element of humility that I just find so refreshing.
There was a slight road rage incident. And you know those crossings where they're absolutely... I don't know if it's the same rules apply, but they're not staggered, they're straight crossroad thing. You know what I mean? I mean, you're turning right.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but keep going.
So you turn right, you have to turn in front of each other, not behind each other on a staggered crossing. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Does anyone know what I mean?
So
no,
basically,
Gotta get the visuals going.
And you've got to go behind each. No, you've got to go in front of each.
But I had to go in front because it was a
You had to go in front of each other.
Thing. Yes.
Okay.
So this woman was coming towards me and wanting to go right, her right, and I was going right. So I turned to go in front of her, and she went, and as if I had tried to drive into her. And I thought, okay, well, there's no one else coming, so I'll just, to keep her happy, I'll do what's wrong, but I'll go behind her. And she was doing that in the car. And it was starting to really piss me off because I was right and I was helping her out. And then I suddenly got this red mist. Just as our cars were coming next to each other, I suddenly went, fuck you. And just as she was doing that, she went,
That'd be me.
February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Olivia Colman, what will you be doing on Valentine's Day?
Oh. Is this about the film?
Yes.
I'll be watching a film.
Your film comes out on February the 14th.
Oh, my God.
No, I know.
Oh, my God, it's like pulling teeth.
Trying to set her up.
Wait, because I thought you meant... Because the premiere's before that, so I won't actually be watching it on that day. I thought you meant, what would I be doing? And I was thinking, I don't know if I want to tell you.
Only as a bit of whimsy into saying, well, I'll be sitting with millions of others in a cinema watching my new film, Cuban Fury.
So sorry. I see what you did now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, this is Cuban Fury, a new British comedy with yourself and Nick Frost and...
Yeah, I'm not on the poster.
Chris O'Dowd.
I don't know that one.
Isn't that... Oh, no, that isn't you. Well, it could be you with
Frost.
the leg in the air. Yeah. Now, I can safely say, ladies and gentlemen, without fear of contradiction, it is the best British-based salsa rom-com I have ever seen. That can go on the poster.
Those are a dime a dozen, right?
For sure. No, it's a really funny, sweet film.
It's a lovely film.
Now, who are you?
I can't actually remember the name of my character, but it was a while ago.
Oh my God! Come on, girl.
The last episode was
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. More of the same. Just so amazing, so great. I don't know that movie though, but anything with Nick Frost, I'm down for.
Didn't know who she was playing in the film. It was finished. It was in the cinema.
Yeah, it was a long time after we'd filmed it.
You might have checked before you came on a chat show.
I don't know how honest she is about it. I have no idea. I don't know. Just with a smile.
I don't know why they also, because contractually, no offence, but we were sort of asked to come and
all right, fine, thank
you.
But
I love you too.
Had to be here.
She doesn't mean that.
I don't mean that. I didn't. Oh God. You see why?
She doesn't
why
want
do they
to
send
be here, ladies and
That's not true. I love Graham, but I do wonder why they asked me to do it. I don't help, do I?
I assume thinking she's never been in one of my films.
She's good.
She's good.
I
like her.
Thank you very much. I like you.
She's so nice. She's so nice.
But you played Carol Thatcher, and now
Oh.
preparation goes into...
Sorry, before we get into this, yes. So I forgot. This is also where I knew her from, was the Iron Lady, which is interesting because then she went on to play, again, Queen Elizabeth opposite Gillian Anderson, who played an amazing Margaret Thatcher, I thought. Anyway, but I loved her in this movie as well, even with the big schnoz, you know, getting into character there. Because I don't think I knew her that well at this point. And I liked the way that she played the daughter in this movie. Yeah, she did a great job, as always, and everything, right? What else is new? With those
Well, you put a nose on.
I did have a nose.
Yeah. But what else goes on preparing for Carol Thatcher?
I should make up some shit, but I watched I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Oh, she was on that, the real Carol Thatcher.
But when you're playing something like a detective, do you do, like for Broadchurch, did you do preparation?
Oh, yeah, Broadchurch.
No. Sorry. David did, and I could ask him questions.
It seems silly doubling up.
To defend my actions, I don't think my character spoke in the same sort of rhythms as detectives, so I thought it'd be better if I didn't have that influence.
Oh, nice save.
Good answer.
Do you dance a lot, though?
Yes, thank you for saving me. I do. in that. Nick Frost is the lead guy, and
back to Cuban Fury.
As a and I'm his sister. That's it. I'm his sister. And
I'll remember.
Thank you. And as children, he was salsa champion, endless cups and awards and things. And we used to go off and do competitions, and I was his dance partner. And then something happened, and his life changed, and salsa wasn't for him after that moment. And then cut to Nick Frost, present day. Or whatever his character's called. And Bruce! He's called Bruce!
Oh, my God. She is just a trip.
I can't believe people are applauding you remembering the names of people in your own film.
It was ages ago. You know this feeling. You film something
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
And I know, we know you're not in big preparation, but you must have had some dance lessons.
We had to. I was forced to, because I had to dance on screen, so I had to practice.
Do you look good, though?
Well, there is, as you know, they have people who actually can dance. Who, because I can only spin 3 times before I vomit. So.
We do have a picture of you in rehearsals where it doesn't look like it's going that well.
Oh, my God. Hilarious.
That's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
I also love that you're wearing like a full full sweatsuit and heels.
What's happened to you is just
That
amazing.
picture is like me being dragged through the work week. But I have to say, I don't know Cuban Fury. Is that a movie you guys know? I don't know that one. Is it worth checking out? Let me know.
That you were very successful in this country and much beloved, but now you see kind of the world discovering you. But now you see you in things like Vogue and all these things, doing high fashion shoots and stuff. Like, is this what you dreamt of? Is this when you thought, at last, they
cover of Blue Homo Vogue?
No. That's, I love my job very much. I love it. I love going to work, which is, I know, very lucky.
Yeah.
But the other stuff is a bit embarrassing, isn't it?
But do you have to do it? Do you have to kind of rock up?
You have to do it. I think I've been sort of persuaded to do it. I don't really know. Do you know if you have to do it? I think they tell you.
You have to do quite a lot.
They tell you have to do it. You do a lot.
Yeah, she has to do it.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it.
But do they say...
But they persuade
Oh, no,
us.
you have to.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I do, but then suddenly you find yourself...
It's important.
Try
Is
that.
it?
Yeah.
They say that?
They say that. It's
they do say that a lot.
They said you had to do this, right?
Yeah. Even I've been told I have to do this.
Genuinely...
Even they've been told they have to do this.
But this is genuinely one of the things that's really enjoyable to do.
Oh, I believe that.
I mean that.
I totally believe that. Oh my God, so awesome. So when I was looking for, the clips to show, obviously the Try Not to Laugh series is all out there, and you guys can watch that. If you don't like me talking and you don't like me doing my spin on things, or what, that was a spin, that was a combination of spin and spiel right there. But anyway, if you guys don't like me doing my little take on all this, we'll say, you can definitely watch these videos on YouTube. They're there without my talking in their entirety, the Try Not to Laugh series. But I think they're so much fun, and I love watching them with you guys. That's why I like doing it this way. But those are easy to find. I had a harder time trying to find an Olivia Colman compilation that was newer. Like this one, I think it was 5 years ago, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And so a lot of stuff has happened, since then. So I kind of want to see some of the newer things, interviews with her. I know she's been on Graham Norton. She had to have been since then. And there's so much out there. Whatever that interview was with Lena Dunham, though, looked fun. That's where it looks like she's either just having a great time, drunk, something, or just high on life. But that looked like a really fun interview. And it was just vintage Olivia for me. What I love so much with the just very self-deprecating, very friendly, very just down to earth and open. I just love when she's like that. I really enjoy the parts where she talks about how, there are those actors who talk about their method and, and so here's a great example. Cate Blanchett. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but from what I hear, and I'll believe anything I hear until I know otherwise, Cate Blanchett, when she was preparing for her Academy Award winning turn in Blue Jasmine, her friends in real life were actually concerned for her because she was so into the character that they thought she was getting too deep, you know what I mean? That's how much she was preparing, how much she was, doing her method, right? And so I find it so refreshing, and I'm sure much of the chagrin of colleagues when someone like Olivia Colman, also an Academy Award winner, thank you very much, comes in there and is basically like, no, didn't really prepare. It's like, a little bit here, maybe. No, I love that. It's just, all that says is that she's just a natural talent, right? But that must just aggravate the shit out of other actors and actresses who just really prepare and get in their headspace and just become these characters. And then Olivia basically shows up and just does her thing, and she's amazing as always. But yeah, I think she's wonderful. This was a good couple of videos. I'm so glad that we were able to watch these together. And again, thank you for your patience with a little bit of a glitchy internet there. With the first one, with the Trying to Laugh part 6, we've had some weather issues going on the last couple days here in Texas, and so it always just kind of throws everything to a funk for a couple days while it recovers. So I guess maybe it's related to that. But anyway, that one was a really good video as well. I really enjoyed the folks they picked for those clips. I really enjoy my boy Greg Davis. Found him from this, found Taskmaster from this. I'm not kidding when I say that so much of what I watch comes from you guys' suggestions in the comments. It's pretty much exclusively from what you guys recommend in the comments. Not everything I can get to, of course, but that is where I take so much, and then we'll put a lot of it over on Patreon and do polls there, but some things I just choose because I want to watch them, like, Taskmaster was one of those. But again, it all came from you guys recommending it. I didn't know any of these folks. Well, not any. Some of them, but like him. I mean, like the folks that are new to me. Most of them I came to know from Graham Norton, and then maybe would I lie to you, a couple of faces I had not seen before over there, but the vast majority come from Graham Norton. So I'm loving these videos, and I have to say again a special thank you to my friend Zeb for reminding me to watch these. I love doing these videos. As far as the Graham Norton ones, I want to see more of the Trying to Laugh series, so I'll be coming in with number 7 hopefully soon. Just got to kind of work it in around Taskmaster and the other things. I know the Game of Thrones people are going to just pretty much pick me apart because I've been so far behind on getting new seasons of that out, but a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So please, again, subscribe if you haven't already and you want to see some of that stuff coming up. Be sure to check the notification bell if you do, so that you know when I've put new videos out there. A like is always appreciated, free to you, helps the channel, so thank you in advance for that. And again, just leave me those amazing comments so I can get to know you better, so I can learn other things I need to check out. But more than anything, I'm just super grateful for you guys taking the time to watch the video tonight with me, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day/night wherever you are.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble.